Okay, everybody, we're finally got ourselves together after all this chaos to do a video and post it online for you all. It's been a little bit hectic here. We've got our little guy, and logistically, sometimes it's just hard for us to get a video out. You know.
And we don't have great floor, honestly.
Well, it's tricky. We have to move a lot of things around. It's been challenging. So we're gonna go through a couple of things. We're gonna do some patterns for our intermediates, and even for our beginners we're going to do one as well too. And then we're going to show, I know people are at home by themselves, and if you don't have a partner, we understand. We're going to go through some footwork and a couple of things with some technique that it can help you to practice at home. So that's kind of our plan, and we're going to throw this all out hopefully and get it up on Facebook and on YouTube today and email it to everybody so that way they can have something to practice with. All right, so we're going to go through our patterns first, and then after that, I'll go through things that you guys can work on with footwork and some hip technique training. Okay, so we're going to go through the patterns. We're going to show you what they look like first, and then we're going to we'll go through the beginners as well too. Okay, so the first one looks like this. That's the first one. Second one looks like this. And it ends up there in the hammer lock position. Okay, that's kind of where we want to get it to. So the first one, basically off of our J hook, spot turn. We get our arms into a twizzle. I'm going to take this arm up, and then I'm going to lift my right arm over my head as I lead her through an orbital. She comes out of that. Pretty simple. So it's just an orbital. That's all it is an orbital with the hands modified. So we'll do it from this angle right here. So I'm going to go J hook. Bring both arms up into the spot turn. Take my left arm down over here as my right one comes up. Lead my orbital, just let her come around and let that left hand slide across. Okay? So we'll do it from this angle right here so that you can also see. So we're gonna go J hook.
Spot turn.
Spot turn. I do my orbital, right arm comes up over my head. Boom.
For us.
One more time. Forward, lift the arm. Lady turns. So now if I go through the footwork, I go forward, rock, side, just like I'm doing my reverse. Keep my right foot across, and I turn through that as she comes. And no, the ladies just do a crossbody lead, okay? So we'll do it again from this position. So we go spot turn, right arm comes up, left one comes down, orbital now, I come off the track, forward rock side, forward pivot around, and ladies are just doing their crossbody. Okay, so we're going to do the next one now. It's a little bit more complicated, so we'll see how we get on with that. So it's going to be, well, we'll just show it to you first. So from here, and then you're into this wrap right there. You can come out of that a lot of different ways, but we're going to end it right there. So it goes from here, J hook into a hammer lock. Now this is kind of at this moment like I'm going to lead a cumbia turn, okay? But it's a little different. So from here it's like I'm coming off the track, 1, 2, 3, I bring this arm up into her shoulder. Now she has to do a cheat step here to turn back around, and I let the hand pass through on her hammer lock to recatch it again. So now at this point in time, I'm going to go back to back, but I'm going to lead her through a crossbody. And then she's back here like this again into the wrap. So now from this, I just pull on the hand, lead her into a cuddle in this position here. And at this point, you can do whatever you want. You can lead her to walk out. You can just, whatever you want to do. I know you might seem unfinished, but we don't want to give it too much in these videos right now because it's a little tricky to work from home. A lot of people don't have partners, but we wanted to give you something fun to work with. So again, from here, J hook into hammer lock. Cumbia turn, cheat turn, right coming out of it. Now from here I'm going to go back to back, and now pull her into this little cuddle right here. So we'll start from this side as well, and we'll show you how that will look like. So we go J hook into hammer lock, right, left hand high, right hand stays low. Okay. Here it's coming off the track, cumbia turn onto the back of the neck, spin her through, let the hand pass on the hammer lock. Here I'm going to do my, okay, I can keep this hand if I want, right? So now from here, I'm gonna let it go, pull her into the nice little cuddle that we're in right here, okay? We'll try it from this angle so you can see. So from here, we're gonna go J-hook into hammerlock. I come off the track. I'm not gonna do an open break. I'm stepping in towards her, but I'm coming off the track, take it to her neck, and then letting her pass through as I catch right there, okay? Here at this point in time, I'm gonna do my back-to-back. I'm in this one with the hands wrapped behind the back. You could do all kinds of things at this point. Yeah, I could do an in and out right here if I want to. 1, 2, 3, or a free spin if I want. But from this point, what we're going to do is we're going to leave it at the other spot. So we'll do it again. So from here, hand to the neck, cheat turn, pass through in the hammerlock, back to back. Good. Now from here, I'm going to let this hand go, and I'm going to bring her into my cuddle, get a little hair whip there, which is nice too.
And I lost balance.
That happens. It's good.
Whole month.
So let's start from
dancing.
here. Yeah, we haven't really been there. We've just been taking care of a 1-year-old. So
And
from
doing
here,
yoga.
and she's been doing yoga. All right. So now from here, hand to the neck, toss her through. Good little pass of the hand there. Here, forward rock. Side, I come off the track. 5, 6, 7. All right. Now at this point in time, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1. Right. You could throw her back out if you want. So we'll leave it with that right there for you guys to kind of work with. And yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go through a quick little shine pattern that you can use some footwork and go through that. And you know, we've covered a lot of these using, it's gonna be using a lot of the base shines that you know, that we've learned in the class, like Suzy Q and things like that. But combining them all together and giving you one pattern. For those of you that maybe watching this elsewhere in the world, there are probably some patterns and shines that you already know. So we're going to combine them together with some other things and some turns and give you something that you can work with to give it a little flow. So it starts off, I'll show you the whole thing first and then I'll break it down. So starting off with our left foot going forward, 1, 2, 3, tap, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, so get a little body wave in there. I'm going to show you from the side here so you can see what that looks like. So I'll go from this side here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, tap, 5, 6, 7, Suzy Q. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, round around, 5, 6, 7. Caught the carpet there. 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, so the breakdown on that looks like this. We're going to start off with our forward basic. 1, 2, 3. We're going to tap in place. 5, tap in place. 5, side 6, closing 7. We do our Suzy Q half. 1, 2, 3. Side rock with the right. 5, 6. I'm going to go into my hook turn 7. So I'm on the ball of my right foot, flat foot of my left, and I pivot all the way around, turn to my left. I'm in this nice little position here with my right now forward of the left. Bring the left forward, 1, 2, 3, and I'm prepping for a little ronde action. So I'm going to use my shoulders first and let the legs come around after. 5, 6, 7, wasn't the best, but it's hard on the carpet here. So again, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, arrive on your 7. Now from this, I'm going to take that left foot up, 1, back, 2, 3, and I'm trying to get that left leg back here. And I'm in this nice little sunk position to do my little body wave up. 5, 6, 7. So it looks like this from here. 5, 6, 7. All right. I'll break it down from this angle for you here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, tap, 5, 6, 7. Suzy Q, 1, 2, 3, side rock, 5, 6, 7. Turning through. Good. There's your little hook turn. And 1, 2, 3, ronde around. 5, 6. You're arriving on 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay. So it'll give you something to work with. I mean, this is just for you to have fun. It's just something to kind of work with at home, play with. You know, if you know some of these things, this is just giving you something that you can kind of mix and match them with and have some fun with. Okay, so we've talked about hips. I was mentioning something about hips and how your hips are going to be moving. So we're going to get into that a little bit because I think for some people it's a little bit of a mystery as to how the hips move. I always get a question, how do you get your hips to move like that? And the answer to the question is that you don't focus on your hips. Okay, when you see people's hips moving when they're dancing Latin style dances, it's actually a lot to do until you get into like competitive dancing. It's different, but just for basic street salsa, you know, club style salsa, it's all an action that is a result of what the knees are doing. So let me explain that to you. So your knees are bending and straightening in alternation. So when if I let my left knee bend and I keep this right one straight, you see that it looks like this hip is lifted. And then if I change that, straighten this one and then bend this one, boom, now it looks like this hip is lifted. In fact, it's actually this one has settled or dropped. Okay? So you get this action of alternating the knees, bending and straightening, and that's what creates the action of the hips moving, okay? So if I turn around for you to see it from there, from here, boom, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Now, the other factor that we have to take into consideration here is what do the shoulders do as this is going on? The natural thing should be is I let my shoulder drop to the knee that's bending, okay? So right now I let my left shoulder drop to my left knee and then vice versa, okay? But we can change that. We can actually take our shoulder and drop it down to the straightened leg. So we get another effect, which looks like this. Now this is more of what they do in a samba when they're dancing a samba, like a Brazilian style samba, okay? And you get an action where you feel the rib cage compressing in on that side. So from here, I bend, dropping my shoulder down to this one. So this is your kind of more Latin merengue style. And then if I change it, boom, I feel the compression of my rib cage now. So you should try this and practice this at home and master this action. Because right now you're probably looking at me going, well, this is silly. Why is this? But this is really the basic, the binary ones and zeros of what's going on in terms of the hips, right? This is the base action. And it's really important to understand it if you want to get good at dancing. Because when I start dancing, right, if I'm dancing salsa, I'm going forward and I get this bending and straightening of the legs, right? So from here, what we can start off with is an action that from here, with the hands, I'm starting to do what I refer to as the double Dutch skipping rope, right? So now, before I worry about the bending and straightening of the knees, I'm just going to take one arm up over to this knee, or this leg rather, and then over to this side. Now what this is really emulating is natural bipedal mechanics. So what that means is as I take my step with my left leg, my right arm corresponds, okay? So this is just the natural action of what you do when you run or when you walk. So when you see people dancing, it's the same thing. When they come forward on the left foot, the right arm corresponds to that step. And then you have this action right here, which is the bending and straightening of the knees, right? Right? So this can be tricky in the beginning if you're not good at this. So what you can do is just open the feet up a little bit, do your little double Dutch skipping rope action, and the arm that's on the upward arc, take that over to the opposite foot, right? So you can just do that slowly. And then what you can do is afterwards you can get your salsa rhythm count in there. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So then what you can do is start bending the knees. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Ready? So 1. So as I take that step now, this is bent at the moment, but as I'm on the upward arc, boom, I get the straightening action. Same thing when I'm going back. I go back. It's on the upward arc. It's the bend, but it arrives on the straight there. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So you can try this at the side rocks. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's tricky in the beginning, so what you really want to do is just start off with this if you're having a hard time with it. Okay, practice this individually and practice this action and focus on how the shoulders are corresponding to the feet. Okay, are you dropping your knee down or your shoulder down to the bending knee or to the straightened one? Okay, so this is just giving you some exercise that you can work at home in front of the mirror to help practice your action. Don't force the hips out like that. That's not what you want. You just want the bending and straightening of the knees. That's what's going to give you the more authentic and more relaxed, less forced sort of look. You want it to be natural looking. Okay? Okay, so now what we're going to do is really quick, we're just going to go through some of the basic stuff that we've done through our classes, and for many people, you know, might not be interesting. If you already have some salsa background, if you're watching it from somewhere else in the world, but for some of our people in our class that are beginners, this is some of the vital important fundamental turns, and we're just going to go through that really quick, okay? So if we're leading our partner, ladies, going back on the right, forward on the, and guys forward on the left, just doing the basic steps. So our J-hook and spot turn is like this. So as I come forward, rock, lift the arm. I get my fingertip into her palm. I go back on my right as she does her spot turn.
Left.
It's 5, 6, 7. So again, we go 1, 2, 3. Hand is up nice and high on 3.
And 5 forward, 6, 7.
Yeah. Okay. So that's our basic spot turn. So we'll do it from this angle over here. So we go J-hook, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So nice and simple. Guys, your feet are like an autopilot. You're just working on the hand. You want to make sure you're coordinating that action. 1, 2, 3. So that is a forward, rock, then lift the arm. 3, you have that little pause there on the 4 count. Now we go back on our right. She does her turn.
Forward with left, 5, turn around, 6, 7.
And then back into the basic step, okay? So that's the first one. The other one we also have going into our Cumbia basic from our forward and back basic. So if we're doing 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to switch my hand position. It's not absolutely necessary. It's just a nice way of leading into it. Now from here, I push back as I open up on my left, and she's already going back on her right. Now we're into our Cumbia basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. As my right finishes 5, 6, 7, I'm going to grab the hands and then switch forward with my left. Okay? So again, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Switch the hands on 7. Back 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we'll do that from this angle over here. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Grab the hand and forward now. Forward, left. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So the other thing we want to go through too is also the Cumbia turn, or well, open break inside turn. Some people know it as that. So we have basic 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now here on my open break, I'm going back with my left.
I'm going back with
1.
right.
I come off the track 2, side 3. Pivoting through, and I go back on my right. She goes back left. 5, 6, 7. Resume your basic step. Okay. So again, from here, basic 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Open break. Back 1 off the track 2, side 3, and pivot through. Back 5, 6, 7. Okay. We'll try it from this angle so you guys can see from here. Basic 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. As I go back on my left foot, I'm going to shift myself coming around this way. So I go back left 1.
I'm just doing in place.
Back right, or cross with the right 2. Side 3. She's more feet together. I'm more open because I'm trying to get around her. Pass through. I pivot. Back on my right. She's back left. 5, 6, 7 as we realign back in towards each other. So from this angle right here, so you can see 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. Do our open break now. I go back left 1, cross 2, side 3. I'm trying to get around her. My feet are open, her feet are more together. She's trying to keep her turn tight. And back 5, inline 6, together 7, back into the basic step. Okay, so those are your base turns and your base things that you want to be able to do. The other thing we can go through really quick is just going to be our crossbody lead, and that'll kind of sort of give us all most of our fundamental stuff that we really need. So crossbody lead, if I'm dancing in line with my partner, I'm going to come off the track. Okay, so if we're dancing in line with each other, we come off the track, as they say. So I go forward, rock, side. My next 2 steps are in place as she walks by. 5, 6, then I come back in line 7. Back to my basic 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So from this angle here, forward, rock, side. Ladies, just walk on by. Forward, left,
5, 6,
right, back,
7.
left. Good. And
facing
back into the basic. Okay. Try that from this angle right here so you can see. So ladies are going back, rock, forward, forward, left,
5,
turn right,
6, 7.
back, left. Good.
And
Basic. So again, from here, so for the guys, we are going forward, rock, side, in place, forward and realigning, back to the basic step. Okay? So when it comes to the body work, don't use your hands, just turn with your body. So from here, 1, 2, 3, I just turn my shoulders. That's all I do. Next 2 steps are in place as I just keep turning. 5, 6, 7, right? So if you do this, 1, 2, 3, and you try to do that, it doesn't work very good, okay? Just turn and pull her across in terms of the mechanics,
we're
right?
following their center,
Yeah.
upper body.
Just turn, lead her across. And this is even a good exercise. If you're in line with your partner, open up and just sort of drag her through. Forget about the feet. Just so you feel what that action feels like. And then really what you're trying to do when you lead it is you sort of brace yourself on that 5 count. So you go 1, 2, 3. It's kind of like if you're doing like a tug. If you're pulling on something and tugging, obviously that's a little bit of an extreme example, but it's kind of that action of that bracing yourself. 5, 6, 7, right? Once you put that 5 down, just pull her across. Your feet don't really, well, the left one's not super important. It's important that you realign with the right again. Okay? So from here, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, then back into the basic. Okay? So this is a good way of kind of practicing your cross body, and that should give you a lot of the base fundamental things you need to kind of work on your salsa and improve it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.